Leia, don't be like that. Leia, you're live. You're live on Twitch and YouTube, Leia. Do you have anything you want to say to the people? Are you annoyed that you're live right now? Do you just want to go for a walk? Is that it? How's everybody doing? Fill me in. What's new? How's life? It's been a while since I've done a live. It's been a week. It's been a whole week, Leia. Crazy. How's everybody holding up today? I'm having kind of a crappy day. I'm going to be honest with you. But fill me in. What's new with you guys? Also, disclaimer that I always have to give on these. I am multi-streaming to Twitch and YouTube. I can see both chats, but the YouTube people can't see the Twitch chat, and the Twitch people can't see the YouTube chat, etc. Vice versa. So, yeah. How you guys doing? Crastination Moose is sick with the flu. I'm so sorry. Feel better. I'm having an annoying day. I'm super annoyed right now. Oh, Melissa, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Um, yeah, I was supposed to go away this weekend, and my flight yesterday got canceled. And then I went to the airport and everything this morning, and then my flight this morning got canceled. So now I'm not going anywhere this weekend. Which I was looking forward to it. I was really looking forward to it, and I had like a mini fight with my friend about it, which kind of put me in a sourpuss mood. But anyway, I'm here now. I'm here now. We're vibing. We're doing good. How's Archer? Archer's doing great. I don't know if you can see it. My windows are super dirty. He's out there on the couch. He's on the outdoor couch. And Leia's here. She's being super pouty. Where was I supposed to go? Great question, Quip Quap, over on Twitch. I was supposed to go to MagFest in National Harbor, Maryland, which is just outside of DC, across the river from Alexandria, Virginia. It's like a nerdy convention. I'm supposed to go there for my friend's bachelor party, so I'm missing out on that right now, which is a bummer. But I'm still on the group text chain, so they're just like sending pictures, and it looks like they're having a blast. So I have FOMO. Everyone's having so much fun without me. Yeah. And I'm very annoyed about it because the weather in Seattle is perfect. So like the plane's getting canceled 2 days in a row on two different airlines. Like it was Delta yesterday and it was Alaska today. Neither one of them, important to note, were JetBlue. So yeah. Melissa, I would love to meet Chewy. He looks wonderful. Vay Studio over on YouTube says, "Hi Leia, sending love from Chile." Thank you, Vay Studio. Oh, I do want to say, Spellbound Chris, thank you so much for setting the game. I'm super annoyed about that. I do want to say I can't see any of the Twitch notifications. So just like if people follow or if people are subscribing or whatever, please call it out in the chat. It's just by virtue of like me doing the multi-streaming from my phone. I just can't see any of the Twitch notifications. I thought I set it up correctly, but yeah. Have you seen the videos of the super screaming huskies? History buff, bro. Yeah, that's probably Takani, Kita, and Taya, who are a pretty big husky account. Actually, Takani is related to both Leia and Archer. Jessica over on YouTube says, "Hi, Juanathan." Hello, Jessica. Which one of your huskies is more dramatic? Easily Leia. Easily Leia is more dramatic. Great question. Great question, Common Rider. Seattle question: have you ever eaten at a marination? No, I've never eaten at a marination. Atlas. Great question. Who sent the cookies? Procrastination Moose. I actually, great question. Procrastination Moose is referencing. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw these Insta stories I posted, which I might turn into a real video later. I don't know. We'll see. But Leia is obsessed with this one brand of cookies that you can get from Petco, and someone mailed me like a big box of them. So I have a dozen of these packs of cookies now. Um, it's just too much for us to go through. So I think I'm gonna drive to my friends' houses and drop off some treats for their doggos, like Biggie. Probably bring Biggie some some treats. Um, and yes, I did find out who sent them. If you were watching the Insta stories, I was like, who sent this? But I just get a bunch of DMs on Instagram, and they get buried. They get buried. They get hidden. I get a lot, so I don't actually see most of the DMs. And I went looking through my DMs. I was like, surely someone messaged me about this, and I found the person who was like, hey, I sent them. So yeah. Now that you have so many, they aren't as special. No, Quip Cop, no, there's still, it was really wonderful. It was just like an unbelievably nice thing. I actually texted my family about it, like the family group chat. It was like, oh, look at all these cookies that they sent me. And my sister was like, can you get them? I can't remember what she said. She was like, tell them to send me stuff, basically. So. That fish nerd over on Twitch says hello from the UK. Hello, that fish nerd. Jeb Vlogs says, don't let Leia know you're giving her snacks away. I mean, listen, I'm giving away like, she's still gonna have like 6 boxes of those. I don't. I'm not giving away most of them. Just giving away a couple. How bold of you to leave them unattended on the floor. Jill, great question. Well, that's not really a question, but they'd be gone at my house. Yeah, no, Jill, you're correct. Huskies are weird. I mean, Leia's just not particularly food motivated. Archer's very good about leaving that stuff alone. Like, they won't like tear into them, So only 6 boxes. 6 boxes is plenty. I mean, that fish nerd, when we go to Petco, they get like 2 or 3 of those cookies. So, Ivania, awesome. Ivania and Delian. What a cool name. Is that your real name, or is that like a character from a novel I've never heard of? Ivania and Delian. Heiress to House Endelian. Leia's favorite toy is probably her baby, this wolf cub. She also she has 2 identical mooses that she got from the vet, and then she's got she really likes this Flopsy raccoon, and then somewhere she has an elephant. I don't know where the elephant is, but she loves the elephant a lot. Mom's the Boss says, and another box is waiting at the post place. Wow, thank you. Okay, well, thank you, Mom's the Boss. You send me too much, Mom's the Boss, by the way. I mean, I'm not complaining, but thank you. You are an extremely generous mailer. I will probably go this weekend to the PO box. Oh my God, shut up. They're related. Are you talking about Takani, Kita, and Taya? Yes, Takani. Hang on, let me think about this for a second. Okay. Takani's Leia's uncle, even though Leia is older than Takani. And is that right? Hang on. It's great uncle. Right. Okay. So Takani's dad is Leia's paternal grandfather. All right. And then Takani's mom is Archer's Archer's paternal aunt. So what that means is Takani and Archer are first cousins on Takani's mom's side and Archer's dad's side. And Leia and Takani are uncle and niece on Takani's dad's side and Leia's dad's side. And then Leia and Archer are half siblings. They have the same mom. So yeah, I know. Samo TV, I know. Yeah, it's Husky lore. Yeah, they're all from the same breeder. So okay, I need to draw this out. All right. So okay, Takani's parents. Takani has two parents. Okay, they are Atreyu and Freya. Okay, Atreyu is the dad. Freya is the mom. All right. Uh, Atreyu is Leia's grandfather. So on Leia's dad's side, which is Takani's in a goody and Leia's in a goody. Okay, all right, and then I don't have any paper. I would draw it out, but I don't know. I have to go looking for paper and I have to go looking for a whiteboard. It's a whole thing. Okay, now Takani's mom is named Freya. Freya was litter mates with a male husky named Cougar, and Cougar is Archer's dad. So, yeah. So, if you're Takani Kidenteya, the Screaming Huskies, Takani is related to Archer and Leia. Archer, people are saying they want to see you. Maybe in a short Husky family tree. Well, honestly, curious over on Twitch. Great question. But the reason why I've not done anything about that there are a number of reasons. Like one, I don't want to like bring other content creators into my content without like their permission, without doing like a proper collab, for a lot of reasons. Like one, I just like we just have different voices. And two, I don't want to I mean they're a bigger account than me, so I don't like doing like I don't know what the word is. I guess like clout chasing. Like I don't want to do that, or I don't want to be perceived as doing that, etc. Um, that's that. That's that. And then the other reason, frankly, I went to a breeder for Archer and Leia, and this is going to be very hypocritical of me, but I don't want to encourage people to go to a breeder because I think the natural follow up question to that is, oh, what breeder? I want to get a dog who's related to Archer and Leia and Takani, and I don't want to advertise that. I mean, I don't regret it because I got Archer and Leia out of it, but I will never go to a breeder again. Knowing what I know now that I own a house and I can properly rescue, etc. And knowing how many huskies are being killed left and right in Texas and California. So, yeah. Is it really brain rot? Oh, that's so annoying. I changed it before I went live. That's annoying. So, anyway, that's the biggest reason why I haven't done it and why I don't talk about it on content. I'll talk about it on lives cuz I can have a conversation with you people while we're doing that, but I've not made any videos about it other than to say like, "Oh, Archer and Leia are half siblings." But I've not done the full like Game of Thrones. Well, actually, hold on. Let me see if I can find some paper. I might be able to find some paper. This is gonna be boring for like 8 minutes. Okay, while I try to find some paper. Leia, where'd you put the paper? Hang on. I'm trying not to show anything too crazy. Okay, I found a piece of paper. Everyone, wait. Everyone, hold out. Everyone, chill out. All right, I found some paper, Leia. I found some paper, baby butt. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do, Leia. Hang on. Okay. Category is just chatting, but tags are still there. I mean, Cornelius, I can change it once the live is done. Like for the VOD, I can change it. But yeah. All right. Any hoodles. Let's do this. Let's get this going. Here we go. We got some paper here, okay? We got some paper. All right. There we go. Let's do this. Okay. Okay. Here we go. So right here, you have Leia. Okay. And right here, you have Archer. All right. This is 10 out of 10 content here. All right. So, Leia's father is Makai. Okay. And Leia's mother is Elsa. and Archer's father is Cougar. Okay, so Elsa and Cougar made Archer, and Elsa and Mackay made Leia. Okay, so as you can see, Leia and Archer are half siblings because they have the same mom, Elsa. Now, Cougar is, I'm going to do a dotted line for siblings. How am I going to do this? Okay, well, all right. Over here, you have everyone, bear with me. Incredibly legible and neat handwriting. You are a kind liar. This is Jill. Why? Don't lie to me like this. All right. Okay. So, cool. You got Leia, you got Archer. That's, I'm trying to figure out how the best way to do this. Okay, well, anyway, you got Cougar over here, right? And then you also have Freya. All right, now Freya and Cougar are siblings. They were litter mates. All right, cool. I have no idea if that's legible or not. All right, now, then Mackay's father was Atreyu. So Atreyu is Leia's grandfather, right? And Freya is siblings with Cougar. Well, Atreyu and Freya got together, and they went ahead and made Takani. So if you see the full picture now, if you're looking at Takani, Kita, and Taya, you can see that Takani is Leia's uncle and Archer's first cousin by Archer and Leia's paternal lines, but Leia and Archer are siblings by their maternal lines. Does that make sense? So I think litter mates implies siblings. They are siblings. They were from the same litter. So yeah. So there you go. There's your famous internet husky lore. Those are the other famous internet huskies that they're related to. So as much as the Habsburg family tree. Okay, Fluffy Snake, great joke. How dare you? Leia, you're so smart. She's so smart. She doesn't have a Habsburg chin. But yeah. So anyway, now you're up to speed. So now Leia and Archer are not related to Taya and Kita from that account. So do Takani's owners know of the connection? Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But yeah, we DM a good amount. She's a really lovely person. I would say that the Husky creators who I have the friendliest relationship with, I don't know. It's all pretty friendly. There's no one who I'm like antagonistic with. Oh, there is one. There is one guy. I won't go into it. I won't name names. But I posted a video like a year and a half ago where Leia was on, she had surgery and she was on sedatives, and I posted about like, look how much energy she has on sedatives, or maybe it was Archer, I can't remember, one of the two. And one Husky influencer was like, you're a shitty dog dad for giving your Husky sedatives when you should focus on enrichment and exercise to get their energy out. And I was like, dude, are you new here? Do you have any idea how much how much of my day goes into exercising these dogs? Like how, like, zoom out a little bit. And I no, I'm not going to name him, Melissa. I'm not going to do that. And yeah, so I wrote out a comment that was like, I mean, if you've seen my top 5 comment videos, you kind of know what I wanted to say. You kind of know how for the jugular I can go. And then before I posted that, I deleted it and I wrote a more subdued version of that was basically like, if you really think I'm that husky dad who's like, oh, they have too much energy, I better medicate it away, then you're not paying attention. And he deleted his comment and unfollowed me. I was like, okay, well, that's like a little petty of you, but whatever. So he's the only one who I'm like, not super wild about that guy, but I get deleting the comment, unfollowing. Like, there's no drama. I don't care. I do not care. But yeah, it was a little like, okay, this is weird. This is why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? I don't know. There are definitely like pet content creators out there where they'll post stuff, they'll do videos, and I'll be like, I think that was stupid and you shouldn't have done that, but I don't. I I just you can also just not say anything. You can also just like say nothing. That's an option too, which is the one I usually take. So, but yeah, I mean, husky content creators out there like half husky bros, um, Levi the husky, Kanekita and Taya. They're all really wonderful. They're all really, 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 really sweet. Um, Mika the husky, Maya the husky. They're all really sweet and just very positive. And yeah, so it's a weird thing being like, I'm a husky content creator. There aren't many of us, but like I'm also nowhere near the biggest. Like there are definitely bigger. So um but it's also like I also feel like yeah, Leah, Mika's wonderful. Mika the husky's great. Yeah. I also just feel like I don't know how Levi's mom did just get married. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Um, I also just feel like I make wholesome content. I don't think I'm a particularly wholesome person. So my gut response is to always like go for the jugular. If someone crosses me, I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to destroy you. And I don't think that's necessarily a fair reaction, but that is a reaction. I'll bet Leia would have a big crush on Levi. Yeah, I can see it going either way, Sky Jellyfish. I think she would. Sometimes Leia just like with alpha males in particular, she can clash with them. Brain rot. I did see what happened to Levi's tail a couple weeks ago. Yeah, that's heartbreaking. But we've all had bad grooming experiences, and it will bounce back. It will. Sometimes you forget you might sick about 1 million followers on the poor man. Yeah, I mean, Kay, I try to be relatively responsible with what I mean to someone online. Because I'm aware, like I have a large following. The last thing I would want is for someone to like I don't know, get canceled or something because I did something. Um, but which is why like when I do my top 5 comment videos, if someone's being mean to me, I always blur out their picture and I blur out their their username. No matter how mean the comment is, I blur it out because I'm like, well, it's not. I don't want to ruin someone's life. So, Atlas Yawn says you focus your verbal abuse on your mods instead because you have manners. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, well, my mods have it coming. Lay would look so cute during the Null and Stomp dance. Actually, Aisha, I thank you for saying that, Aisha. I came up with a cool video. I actually filmed it. I never posted it because I just couldn't make it work. It was like much funnier in my head than I could get it in the edit. But I was like the crux of the video. I was like, um, hey, the hardest part about making content is like coming up with ideas to post. And like rather than coming up with ideas, I can just steal other people's ideas. So I filmed a video where I was like doing the shticks from like other people's videos. So like I had one like just like quick cuts where like it would say, "Oh, this is the content creator I'm stealing from." So like it would say like Takani Kita and Taya. And I'd be like, Leia, I need you to scream right now. Leia, scream as loud as you can. Leia, scream, right? And she's just quiet. Or I'm like, Archer, get on the table. Archer, get on the table. Takani sits on the table, get on the table. Like that sort of thing. I thought it was very funny in my head, but the video didn't work in execution. But one of them was me trying to get Leia to do Nala stomps. And that was the one clip that was actually very funny because I got her between my legs and I was like, and she's gone. She's gone. She just like walked away. Um, so it was one of those things where like I really like the concept, but I just couldn't get the execution down. So I never finished editing the video or posting it. But I do think it was a funny idea. I stand by the idea, but yeah. Goblin says I'm dealing with work crap and having Leia in the background is helping. Well, I'm glad. Mom's Boss says your creativity is impressive. Top comments. Return to TikTok. Oh, thank you. Yeah, my favorite video I ever did was the return to TikTok video that I posted a couple days ago. And like I know when a video is going to do poorly. It's if I like love it. If I'm like, this video is for me. I love this video. It's not going to do well at all. And like, sure enough, it just did not do well. It was too high concept. I think it was just wasn't. It didn't perform well. But I really loved it. I had so much fun making it. So, yeah. Spellbound Chris says I deleted TikTok. I'm so sad. Yeah, apparently a lot of people deleted TikTok. Leah says, can you train your dogs to push those buttons? A lot of influencers are doing. Well, first off, Leah, let me thank you for the stuffies that you sent Leia and Archer. That's one that you sent. So thank you. Second, I don't see the point because Leia is such a good communicator. Squish says it should have performed well because it was a masterpiece. Thank you, Squish. I was really, I don't know how, it was so high concept though. Because I was like, I remember the girl with the dragon tattoo teaser trailer from like 13 years ago. And I was like, I want to make a Husky version of that. That's just like, that's so, I don't know how to explain it other than like, that's I made that video for me. I knew it wouldn't do well, but that's just very like my interests kind of aligning in a perfect Venn diagram. So there are a couple like that. Like I did one over the summer that was like, here are your tips for becoming a pet influencer. And the tips were all just like stupid jargon tips. And I spent a lot of time on that video and I worked really hard on it. And before I posted, I was like, I love this. I think this is the funniest video I've ever made. I don't think it's going to perform well at all. And like, sure enough, it just didn't. So, yeah. Every time I'm like, I know I'm going to be hilarious. It just doesn't perform well. People just want me to put the camera on the dogs. And that's fine. I get it. I'm not arguing with that. But yeah. Also, TikTok has not been feeding your content. I saw your post on IG first. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the TikTok algorithm. I don't know what's up with that. So, it, it, it it's so seasonal for me. Like every spring, like I go viral like 4 times a month and I'll get like 250,000 followers on TikTok. And then like the next 6 months will be like a massive slowdown. So like as someone who looks at the analytics and tries to like figure it out, like there's not really a big rhyme or reason. But I also don't really use the analytics to dictate the content that I make, which is probably wrong if you're trying to do like channel growth. And yeah, so it is what it is. But I make the content I want to make. I've been very lucky to find the audience I have. Softly Sedona over on Twitch says, hi, I just found out you had Twitch. but you helped me so much with a pet loss. Well, no, I shouldn't have read that in that voice. Always made me laugh or heart warm. Thank you. No, thank you, Softly Sedona. That's really sweet of you to say. Sorry, I have just kind of a sarcastic sounding voice. Squish says, I was also surprised that the top comments videos don't perform as well because I thought those were hilarious. I was like, yes, more of this. I have like 3 recorded in the bag, already recorded top comments videos that I need to edit, but they take me like 3 hours to edit. Because the way I do it is I record the top comments and I probably have like 25 minutes that I record to do the top 5 comments of the week. And then I edit it down to like 3 or 4 minutes. I'm not keeping them from you. Like, the videos don't exist. I filmed them. I just haven't edited them. And then I will add footage to them, like that's relevant with what we're talking about. And the reason I do that is, like, I'll post different, or I'll record different takes. Like, the comments are all the same, but I'll have like different jokes for them. And then in the edit, I'm like, this is what's funniest. This is how that works. So it just takes me a while. And then the captions take forever. Captions take me so long. So Truck Coon says, do you have any other dog channels that you watch? I do. I mean, I talked about it earlier, Truck Coon, but Levi the Husky Rescue is incredible. All of her content's amazing. She only started posting videos like 13 months ago, and she already has like 500,000 followers or something like that. Maybe more. And she really deserves it. She puts in the work. She does great work. Her dog's incredible. There are a lot. Yeah. David says hello from Czech Republic. Hello, David. Emoticon over on Twitch says, if Leia and Archer could speak English, what do you think their voices would sound like? I have no idea. That's a great question. I think Archer would kind of sound like this a little bit sometimes. And Leia would be very regal. Archer would be the one who does the Nala stomps. He almost does them already. Yeah, he loves running between my legs. He does. But his spine condition, actually, he really doesn't like butt scratches. He really doesn't like butt scratches. And I think it's because he I think it's because he has a spine condition. He has issues with his lower back. So yeah, it's the one thing he doesn't like are butt scratches. I want you to know how Leia's fondness of the DuckTales song came about. I want you to know how. Okay, you all want to know. HM, basically, I work from home. I spend all day, every day with the Huskies. And I'm weird. And I just kind of sing to myself sometimes. And I grew up watching DuckTales, and that song is a banger. And it's just in the rotation. It's just one of the songs that I sing to myself. And one day I just happened to notice that it drives Leia insane. So, History Buff Bro says, wow, I've never met a dog who doesn't like butt scratches. I mean, he loves scratches, but I just think he has a really sensitive lower back because of his spine condition. So, Archer the Bug. He's a sweet, sensitive boy. Huh, Bug. He's such a good boy. Do you have a talking to the Huskies voice that you use when you're not on camera? No, Melissa. I even if I'm not filming, my interactions with them are pretty much exactly what you get when I film them. Okay, my wife just texted me and she said, don't miss the highlighted message. And I'm here to tell you I can't see the highlighted message. So apparently she is she's lurking. I because of the platform that I'm using, if you have a highlighted message, I can't see it, and I apologize. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. It just doesn't show up for me. Have you tried to play the actual DuckTales theme for her? And if so, does she react the same way? Tara, I have many times. She does not react the same way. Leia does not care about a recording. Someone needs to sing it. However, it doesn't have to be me. It can be anyone. I've had people come up to me and be like, "Hey, can I sing the DuckTales theme to her?" And it works almost every time. It doesn't. One time it didn't work. I feel really bad about this. Someone like ran up to me at the dog park, was so excited to meet Archer and Leia, and was like, "Can I please sing the DuckTales theme song?" And Leia just did not react at all. And I honestly, honest to God, just think it's because she's so distracted at the dog park, you know. But that moment was so built up, and then it was such a wet blanket, you know. But usually, like if I'm just walking down the street and you see us, does she get excited if the wifey sings it? Yeah, she gets excited if anyone sings it. Unless she's at the dog park, then she's just like, the dog park's her favorite place on the planet. He is so curled up. Look at him. He's such a good boy. This isn't full croissant mode, but yeah. Voltairish says he's an amazingly cute boy. Thank you. I agree. It's very cold out. I smartly put a jacket on before I started this live because I was like, I'm probably gonna have to be out on the deck. I very intelligently, which is unusual for me, put on a jacket, put on sunscreen because I was like, I'm gonna have to be outside, and I'm still so cold. I'm still so cold. I might go inside. I might film more of Leia. We might put the camera more on Leia because she's inside. It's funny. At first, I assumed from his slight resting bitch RBD, resting bitch dog, that he might be the troublemaker, and Leia seemed angelic. What does RBD stand for? Can we get a boop? Yeah, Braymont, I'll try. You can't tell, but I've got a light on the camera and I've got a boom mic on the camera, and it's just not as easy to get that boop in with all the apparatus. Apparati? What's the plural of apparatus? Whatever the plural of apparatus is. Anyway, Archer, I'm coming in for a boop. Boop, boop. Okay, that was kind of the best I could do. Oh, look at him hide his snoot away. Archer, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Buggy. You don't have to hide your snoot from me. You're such a good boy. You're so wonderful, Archer. I'm sorry, baby boy. What a good boy. Look at him. He's so wonderful. Somebody in the chat earlier said Archer dropped his lighter. It was this dental chew. You're such a good boy, Bug. I love you so much. Good boy. Okay. What a good boy. We are going back to Leia, though. I am so cold. I am very cold. Okay. Let's go see what Leia's up to, huh? Hi, Leia butt. What are you getting up to? Oh, a little stretch. Oh, it's so nice and warm in here. Okay. Milky Moon says you're the best boy, Archer. Sorry, I think there's a 60-second delay on the chat or something like that. Hi, I'm finally catching a live Derpskis stream. Well, Maddie Moore, thank you so much for being here. Is that dog park fenced in? Contradiction. Yeah, the dog park we normally go to is, I would say it's like 99% fenced in. There's actually 2 openings. There are 2 parking lots to it, and there are 2 openings at either parking lot. And it's just like, you couldn't put a gate on this, but it's fine. So it is what it is. I'm not going to pet her right now. I see you asking me to pet her. She will grumbles at me if I pet her right now. She doesn't want me to pet her right now. How did you teach them pretty? I've been wanting to try to teach Tucker how to do it. Just hold the treat above them. That's pretty much it. Melissa, thank you so much for gifting the sub. That's really sweet of you. Okay, thank you for calling that out. Yeah, I can't see any of the the Twitch notifications. I'm so sorry. So it's just because I'm multi-streaming from my phone. How many times do you fill in the Simba hole by the fence? I've never filled it in, Curious. I should, but yeah. Wootsiak over on YouTube says hello from Bangkok. Hello. Wootasak? Wootasak. Wootasak. I feel strongly that I am butchering the pronunciation of your name, and for that I apologize deeply. All these people from countries I want to go to. I mean, me too, history buff, bro. Yeah. Me too. You need to take them babies to the mountains to play in the snow, sir. Jessica, I agree. I completely agree. Unfortunately, my car has sport tires, which is not great for driving into the snow. But I want to look up like a snow park where I can take them, and just get like strap the GoPro to Archer, and just let them run around and play in the snow a little bit. Maybe I'll bring my drone. Just get drone footage of them running around in the snow. Can we see Leia play with kids sometime? And if not, why? Well, Dana, you probably will never see that. And the reason you will probably never see that is because I won't film children without parents' express consent. And then I don't let Leia and Archer off leash unless it's in the dog park. So really the only way that would happen is if we're at a dog park or like in someone's yard and they're playing with kids who I know, whose parents give me express permission to broadcast their children's faces to my 1.6 million followers. And so for those reasons, I just don't think it's super likely. I just don't think it's super likely. So. Do the Huskies enjoy watching you play video games? They mostly get annoyed with me when I'm playing video games. They're like, you should pay attention to us. Total. Ooh, okay. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. I think I sent the video to the Derpskies before. Yeah, Brainrot, you have a really cute pup. I assume you're talking about videos of your pup. HM over on YouTube says, Archer has amazing eyes. He does. Guilty as charged. What's Leia and Archer's favorite toy? Great question, Milky Moon. So Archer has two favorite toys. He actually only has two toys he cares about, really. It's this duck and his piggy. I don't know where his piggy is right now. Leia has a bunch of favorite toys. She actually will pretty regularly go to the toy bin and collect them. I think right now her favorites are probably these mooses, these two identical mooses. This has always historically been her favorite. This is like the one before we go on a dog walk. She gets all excited. She'll go over and just like squeak. It's very cute. History buff, bro. What video games do you play? Great question. Play a lot. I personally just like play all of them. But on Twitch, we've been doing a Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough. And we made a character based on Leia called Leia, Wolf Princess. She's an elf druid. And we've been having a blast playing that. I wanna, as soon as I finish this, I really want to do a game stream over on Twitch. It kind of depends on whether or not Leia will let me. We're getting at the point where she will probably ask me for a walk. And I don't like to game stream unless I have like 3 hours to do it, I don't want to do it for like 45 minutes and be like, oh well, I gotta stop. But we last week I think we streamed what did we do, Lockdown Protocol a couple times. That was so fun, just playing with the community. It was so fun. Jonathan, please make a top 5 comments video again. Okay, I will. Sarker, I will. Who did you romance? Halson? We're still in Act 1. We have the polymod installed because Leia is a wolf princess and bisexual icon. So she is going to romance as many people as possible. The goal is everyone. I am still, words don't mm, Hoxitl? How would I pronounce your word? Exocitl? Oxitl. I'm so sorry. Zockitl. Yeah, words don't trigger them. It's actions. If I were to like grab the leash or something like that. Any strategies or tactics video games like TW or HO14 or HOI4? Okay, well, clearly not, because I don't know what TW or HOI4 stands for. TW, trigger warning. Sochi, like the city in Russia. Okay, that's great to know. Thank you, Sochi. Thank you. I feel like I've had to ask you that before, and I apologize. Ashley Burnett says she looks darker than normal. I thought it was Archer. Yeah, she actually is much darker in the winter, weirdly. Play Red Dead Redemption 2. I would love to do that. You know what I noticed? We have a like a poll going in the Derps Court for like, hey, here are the games that you should play. And it's a lot of like cozy games, and I'm just not a cozy gamer. I will play them if that's what the community wants. But like I love like I love Animal Crossing for about 6 hours. I Yeah, I'll do Stardew. I will, Chris. I will love Stardew Valley for 6 to 7 hours, and then I'll be like, I am now bored. I now never need to play this game again. And that's a me thing. That's not a yeah, I should play Stardew. Yeah. You should play Valheim. Is Valheim's the like that's the survival game, is it not? Play that Kitty interactive game to get their reaction. I don't know the Kitty interactive game, Jessica. What inspired creating this lovely account? Great question, Lychee. Um, the I don't know. I mean, I created an Instagram for Leia the night we picked her out, and it was called at Wolf Princess Leia, and yeah, we had that for a year, and then we got Archer and just changed the handle to at Siberian Derpskis. Really, it was just for me to have a curated feed of memories and moments of my time with my Huskies, and I posted more or less every single day for like 2.5 years before we ever had a following, before we ever went viral, had a following or anything like that. Um, so the impetus for the start of the account was just like I just like love my dogs, and like I will still to this day be lying in bed at night before I go to sleep and just like scroll through my own feed and look at the videos that I posted, because I just like, I don't know, it just makes me smile. I love these monsters. So Mandy Bruning says my husky Suki says hi. Hi Suki. I've played Stray. I loved Stray. I had a lot of fun with Stray. Have you played Baldur's Gate? Jesse, we were just talking about that. We're actually doing a Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough right now on Twitch. And if Leia stays asleep for the next 30 minutes, then I'm just gonna start Twitch streaming after this. I mean, I am streaming on Twitch right now, but I'm gonna do a game stream. I might take like a 10-minute break and go pee and grab something to eat. I've not eaten lunch yet, but yeah. Does the wifey ever walk them? Not yes and no. I mean, like I do 99% of the dog walking, but that's just because my schedule is flexible. Like I own my own business. She works in an office, like etc. Like I just have a much more flexible schedule than she does. So, have you ever played Dragon Age Veilguard? Edmund, I just did the intro. That was it. I really want to do it on stream. It's one of those things where it's like uh I really want to do it on stream because I want to create a character based on Archer and I want to play through it. Like Dragon Age Veilguard is like very much my type of game. If you're like, what type of game is Jonathan's type of game? It's definitely like Dragon Age Veilguard, like kind of action game with like a lot of RPG elements and an engaging story and characters. Like, sign me up. I will play that. I will sit down and play that in like 12-hour sessions, etc. But yeah, it's just I should straight would people like that, Rin? I was under the impression that, like, because my hesitation with that is just like, because it's such an action game, I'm worried I won't be able to like interact with the stream as much. Like, I love first person shooters. I love first person shooters. That's like, that is cozy gaming for me. Like, playing, like doing a couple like solo war zones, like 3 or 4 solo war zones in a row. That's cozy gaming for me. That's just like mind off, unwinding. Um, but I don't know that that would make a great stream for 2 reasons. One, I'm not super good at the game. Like, I'm bad at the game, but like I have so much fun doing it. And then two, it's one of those games where you have to be looking at the game the entire time, and so I can't really interact with the stream as much. So stream it today, even. Well, I'm not going to stream it today, Sky Jellyfish. I will stream Baldur's Gate 3 today because I just want to get back to it. I'm having so much fun with that. Kay says, please play Prop Hunt. You'd be such a fun watch. I know it. I've only played Prop Hunt once, but I had a lot of fun. Benny Nee says, do you have a long distance relationship with your wife? No, she lives here. Benny Nee. She lives here. I see her every day. I spend all of my time with her. Actually, often I will just film around her. I will do camera angles in such a way. If you ever see me go like, oh, like one of those, it's me just filming around her so that she isn't on camera. Because she look, we have a lot of followers, okay? We get in front of, across all platforms, we get over 1 million views a day. Isn't that insane? 1 million views a day between Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and YouTube. And it just makes her uncomfortable. And you know, I don't need to tell you that the internet can be a garbage place, and being a woman on the internet, oh my God, I can't imagine. So yeah, she's just not super wild about that. However, I will say this, because I was supposed to go away this weekend, but my flights got canceled. She was like, okay, while you're gone, I'm going to do a lot of filming, and I'll send you videos and you can post whatever you want. I was like, okay, great. Well, your voice will probably be on the channel then. She was like, great. You can do that. That's okay. So I hope that answers your question. But yeah, she does exist. She's a real person. Carius over on Twitch says 7 planets of solar system alignment in the sky, January 25th. Hope you will get a nice view in the sky. Actually, thank you for telling me that. That'll be cool. I'll look out for that. Sky Jellyfish says, well, now I'm sad. You didn't go away this weekend, and we didn't get to hear her. She is on some videos. If you scroll back far enough, you'll find content with her there. But, yeah. Quipquap. Good timing on that question, Quipquap. Has wifey ever been in some older videos when your followings were much smaller? Yes. Yes, and she's much prettier than I am. She's like a lot prettier than I am. She could do so much better than me. She is. I have a really great personality. I'm very funny. That's how I was able to pull her. That's it. It's not my body. I'll tell you that right now. So Tess asks, did Leia love the cookies? She does love the cookies. Sky Jellyfish says, you have self-esteem issues. No, Sky Jellyfish, I really don't. I promise you. Nobody should ever compliment me. My ego is through the roof. Nobody should ever compliment me. If I'm ever self-deprecating, people are like, don't say that about yourself. And it's like, no. You want me to be self-deprecating. Trust me. To be fair, being prettier than you doesn't take much, Jonathan. In all caps, this is a joke from your resident lesbian. Thank you, Brainrot. Hello, hello. Came from TikTok. Love your videos so much. Thank you so much, Neri. That's really sweet of you. Something tells me that you played D&D. If I'm correct in my hunch, could you tell us about your favorite character that you've played? Yeah, Insomniac. I've talked about this in a few lives before. I played a ton of Dungeons and Dragons in high school, just a ton. My favorite character I've ever played was a tiefling warlock, and his name was Arcriel Morlum. And before he did any attack, he would say, "Stand aside, friends. This looks like a job for Arcriel Morlum, warlock extraordinaire." And I miss playing him so much. He was a lot of fun. When pressured, I rated my husband a 7. That's high praise from me. I don't consider myself more than a 6 after dressing up. He considers himself a 10. Contradiction, first off. Don't talk about yourself that way. Because I'm getting 10 out of 10 vibes from you right now. Second, yeah, I mean, I think I'm a Midwest 7, LA 2, New York 4. That's what I would say. I think I'm handsome enough. I just I'm not in shape enough. I think I need to just, if I really diet and exercise, and then the Huskies and I did a shirtless calendar, I think I'd sell some. I think I'd sell some, just like me jacked cuddling with the Huskies. I think we'd sell some calendars. But I like my Oreos too much, you know what I mean? I like my treats. So it's January. When you getting the kitty? Jessica, I have no idea. I want 2 cats and a 3rd husky in the worst way, but I just don't know what the timeline on that is. I really don't know what the timeline on that is. It depends on a lot of factors. A lot of stuff I'm not going to talk about on stream right now. It's nothing bad, nothing crazy. It's just the honest God truth is that that's a decision that me and my wife need to make together, and for reasons beyond both of our control, I don't know that the timing is right just now. I've been talking about first half of 2025. I still think that's possible, plausible even. But yeah, it might be more like June or July, honestly. Yeah, my wife would love more animals. I think we both would love more animals. It's just the 2 biggest things standing in our way are time and money. That's it. So yeah, if we had more time and more money, we'd get animals tomorrow. Yeah, absolutely. I think we'd get a puppy tomorrow. Yeah, but yeah. Cat One Rocker says, "How are the pastries? I saw you baking a little bit ago. So what have you made?" I just made cream puffs this week, and I'm very annoyed with the bake. I'm very annoyed with how the bake came out because they look perfect, other than the bottoms. They were just a little burned on the bottom. And I'm probably gonna make them again this weekend, honestly. But my creme diplomat, oh god damn, did that turn out great? That turned out great. I want to take another stab at the creme diplomat. It was just a little chalky, just ever so slightly chalky. I wouldn't describe it as chalky. I would say it had a slightly chalky vibe to it. And maybe it was just me. I'm being hypercritical of my baking. But I want to try it again, and I used 1/3 of a cup of cornstarch. I want to try it again with 1/4 cup of cornstarch. I think that's the secret to the perfect creme diplomat. But yeah. Natalie Braithwaite sends a 5 British pound super chat for doggo treats. Land Archer, the best Huskies. That's really sweet of you, Natalie. Thank you so much. You do not have to do that. You have a very regal sounding name, Natalie Braithwaite. And British pounds. You clearly say it with a British accent. I bet it's so whimsical and fun to say. Thank you. It's really sweet of you. My wife is texting me. She sent me a picture of her. I wonder if she's like, hey, you can share this picture. I don't know. I don't know if that's what she said or not. I can't see it. She's sending pictures of her with the Huskies as puppies. I don't know. I can't. I didn't see what you were saying. I have no idea if she's still lurking the chat or not. Also curious about the rice cooker cheesecake. Rice cooker cheesecake worked out great. That did work out great. I tried making a lemon variant, and I didn't like the lemon variant as much as I like just the vanilla variant. So, post them in the Derpscord, lol. If that's what she was saying, I will post them in the Derpscord. Angela Thompson, a $9.99 super chat towards specialty treaties for the kiddo. All of our love. Angela, thank you so much. That's really sweet of you. I promise you, everyone who sent a super chat, I will be spending all of that money on Archer and Leia. They cost me so much money. It's insane. So, Sticker Dude over on YouTube says, I made it. Sorry, I'm late. I was eating dinner. I love your videos. I love Archer being a big baby most of the time, and I love that he's not afraid to tell you how he feels. Thank you. I love all of those things too, Sticker Dude. I forgive you for making dinner. So she says, wait, you need to spill the beans of the rice cooker cheesecake deets. I did, Soshi. I actually posted the recipe I used in the Culinary Creations chat in the Discord channel, the Siberian Derpskies. It worked out well. I saw just like a Tasty Japan video, like Tasty Japan. I watched one of their recipes and I had to adapt it for my rice cooker. And I was really proud of myself. I was really, because I really made the recipe my own and it worked out great for my rice cooker. Chaos Pastry, incredible name. $5 super chat. Thank you for the peppers for the joy you bring. Thank you and the peppers for the joy you bring. No, thank you, Chaos Pastry. That's really sweet of you. Puppers, dang it. I got there at Chaos Pastry, but sometimes I call them peppers, and I was like, oh, did I call them that on chat once or in a video once? I can't remember. So I didn't know if you were referencing that or not, but no. Halea, okay, let's go see Archer. Even though it's so cold outside, let's go see Archer the bug. Let's see what he's up to. Oh, I just got the phone at 20% warning. Okay. This was fully charged when I started this live. How come we see or hear the wife? Because I know she's made cameos in the past. Nick, that is 100% up to her. I want to be respectful of her boundaries. So if she ever wants to be in the video, she can. If she doesn't, she won't. So. Although she keeps sending me pictures of her and the Huskies. I keep seeing the text come through. I have no idea. I don't know if she's still lurking the chat or what. If you're lurking the chat, text me again what you want me to do with these pictures. Because I missed it the first time. And I can't go through it because I'm using my phone to film this. Anyway. The full Husky curl my heart. Yeah, look at him. Look at him all curled up. He's such a good boy. There's a little bouquet of beans. Everyone loves you, Archer. Everyone's like, God damn, that's a great Husky. Everyone says that. Nobody's like, Archer, take him or leave him. No thanks. Boop, boop, boop. No thanks. Boop, boop, boop. Everyone's like, gimme that Husky. He's such a sweet man. I love him so much. We are all Archer ride or dies, says Kay. You're correct. Angela says, he's such a beautiful boy. Team Archer. But I love them together. Thank you, Angela. Me too. If only I could be so carefree and content out here having adult and shit. Yeah, I mean, Luna, same. Yeah. Any tips for someone getting their first Husky? Yes, I have 2 tips. Tip 1, enrichment. Tip 2, exercise. Just keep doing those 2 things as much as you possibly can every single day. Because look at him snoozing right now. This snoozing does not come free. There was a cost. There was an iron price for this snoozing. And it is a lot of time and a lot of attention. And I really need to power wash this couch. It is disgusting. Right, Archer the Bug? Do gears with Archer. I can't do the gears right now. He's got his Pete's all tucked up. I did gears earlier though today. If you go look at my Insta stories, you'll see some gears with Archer. I think we need a Husky croissant emote. Your wife helps with editing the videos? ? No, I do 100% of the videos myself. So I film them, I edit them, I post them. Everything's all me. So. Okay, she keeps sending me pictures. I think she wants me to post them. I don't know. We'll see. If she wants me to post them, I'll post them in the Derpscord after this. Croissant. Yeah, I mean, how would you pronounce it? I'm kidding. If Jonathan is anything like me, he's just given in to the amount of shedding. Yeah, I mean, I've just given up. I gave up a long time ago. Yeah. Do you think if Archer and Leia could talk, they would sound like H. John Benjamin and Carrie Fisher? H. John Benjamin for Archer, I mean, certainly I can see that. I think he has a bit more of a whimsical voice, probably. History buff, bro, with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much. There are so many countries with Stan at the end, but it's really just Persian translation of land of. For example, Kazakhstan means land of the Kazakhs. This is true. This is accurate. I knew this. I feel like it's endless fur cleaning every day, so weekends I'm just letting the fur balls blow. I mean, I vacuum once or twice a week, but really it's like, it's yeah, it's a lot. Aristocles says, well, the videos are also a demonstration of your skills at digital marketing. Well, thank you. That's a lovely compliment. But I mean, I don't make videos like that for my clients. I do more strategy. I'm sorry, it's so cold. I'm going back inside. I know I want both Huskies to have equal representation, but it's heated in here. You know what I mean? Right, Leia? But I do content strategy. I don't do content production for my clients. So, like, yes, I do digital marketing for a living. However, that's not why my Huskies have such a big following. They have a big following because they're cute. So, what time did you start the live? Do you start the live every Friday? Angela, I don't have a set schedule. I would love to have a set schedule. It really just depends on like where I'm at with work and where I'm at with like Leia letting me do lives. Tell your clients to use their Huskies for promo. I have had that conversation with one client before. I'll tell you who my biggest client used to be. They're not a client anymore, and they haven't been for 2 years. But my client was Norton Antivirus for a while, and they were working with some influencers who have. They were working with like a lot of like mommy influencers, you know, like a family influencers and stuff like that. And I did kind of float the idea with them. I was like, I kind of have an account. You should maybe pay me some money to do it. And they were like, no, we don't want to work with a pet influencer. I was like, fine, okay, fine. But Yeah, they were a great client. I'm really sorry to see them go. I mean, I lost them 2 years ago. It was one of those things where like the company got acquired, and then the new CMO had like a group he liked working with anyway. So it wasn't like I like got fired or anything like that. Just lost the client. Luna Athena says, "Do you ever try a new food drink because it has some of your favorite things?" And then you get to trying it, and it was so disappointing. Yes, Luna Athena. You know what I had? I love a mango lassi. It's like my favorite thing. So whenever I order Indian or I go to an Indian restaurant, I'm like, oh man, I gotta get me that mango lassi. And then this one restaurant was like, hey, we do a salty lassi, and I was like, I'll try that. I have no idea what that would be like, and I did not like it at all. It was one of those things where I was just like, nope, this is my gringo taste buds do not like this salty lassi. It was just like drinking salt. It was very weird. Such a weird sensation because like drinks are normally so refreshing, and this was like it's making me thirsty. The more I drink, the thirstier I am. It's very weird. I just didn't care for the flavor. It just wasn't just just didn't line up with my popper's palate. So what is a lassi? I believe lassi. It's Lassi, and I believe please correct me if I'm wrong. It's basically just like juice and yogurt mixed together to form a drink. I think that's it. Um, it's real good. A mango lassi is just incredible. What an incredible drink. What an incredible treat. Leia's upset because she can hear Simba barking next door, and she's just annoyed. What are you annoyed about, Leia? Don't be annoyed, Leia. She's such a good girl. She's annoyed though. Do you want to talk about it, Leia? Dopamine Gaming says Mango Lassi is lit. Melissa says she wants her man. I mean, I think she wants him to shut up, but yeah. Tyas over on YouTube says, yes, you're right. That's what it is. But fruit pulp, more like. Okay, fruit pulp rather than juice. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you for correcting me. Hi, last time I asked about the harness, I looked up the one you said, but it didn't look like the one you used. Could you actually show the harness, please? Um, yeah, I'll show you the harness. Just give me a second, Dominique. Leia's harness is a Wonder Walker halter harness, and Archer's harness is from Roughwear. So this is Leia's harness. It's a Wonder Walker halter harness, and this is Archer's harness. It's from Roughwear. So yeah, I do. I think I need to get Archer a new harness. Though you can see that's kind of on its last legs. That's not an indictment of Roughwear's quality. It's just we go hard on our gear, don't we, Leia? Don't we, Leia? But believe it or not, the salted lassi is more popular in India. No, I do believe that. Heated toilet seat, yeah, over on Twitch said that, and yeah, I do think it's just like one of those things where it's like I just didn't. I don't know what the word is. It's just like so. It's a flavor. It's just not a flavor I'm used to, and it was too far outside of my comfort zone. Um, but like I acknowledge, like I'm wrong, not like um, the nation of India. So I wouldn't be so bold as to be like a billion people have got it wrong. So yeah, no, case correct. I am extremely white. Yes, it is guilty as charged. Yes. I did my brother did a DNA test, and it was hilarious because it came back as genetically diverse as you can possibly be. um, while remaining exclusively white. We are from all of the places where there are white people, and we are from none of the places where there aren't. It's just like, well, Irish and Scottish is just like, that's like one area. We were from like all over Europe. I mean, well, I'm half Balkan. I'm half Serbian. My mother's Serbian American, so I'm more Serbian than I am anything else. Like, like genetically or whatever, from a lineage perspective. But yeah, whereas white as you could possibly be, or whereas genetically diverse as you can possibly be, while remaining exclusively white. Like if you look at the map of like, here's where you're from, it's just Europe. It's just like the continent of Europe and nowhere else. So yeah. You are the peak white man, the American girl Olivia Rodrigo was singing about. The all-American girl Olivia Rodrigo was singing about. Yeah, no, I am an all-American girl. You're correct, Kay. I did a DNA test. I'm very white with a speckle of Asian. Ooh, good for you. A speckle. How is the phone battery? One. Hold, please. 12%. The Balkans are spicy white. Yeah, Tyus, they are spicy white. It's dangerously close to Turkish. Um, but yeah, no, I mean, the, listen, I have no illusions about the Serbs. We are the villains of the Balkans. We are the bad guys. I know that. I know that to be true. So I have no. I'm not over here like the Serbs are just misunderstood. No, no, no. I know what the deal is. I know. I know who's at fault there. So, um, so white Elmer's glue is darker than me. Interesting, Quip Quap. Look at that belly. Yeah, Dana, thank you. Look at her belly. This is a great example of the Leia paradox, where it's just like she is the fluffiest husky, and you just want to pet her and bury your face in her fur and that sort of thing, and she's just like, no. Like I'll tickle her paws, but she's gonna get annoyed with me. Look at that blep tongue, though. Look at that blep sticking out. Okay, now the chat's just like a bunch of people talking about how white they are, which awesome. It's incredible. Just a bunch of people who are like, I prefer my vegetables boiled and my spice non-existent. Do you follow any other Huskies online? Aaron, I do. Yeah, I talked about this at the start of the stream, though. I don't blame you for not being here. But yeah, pretty much all the Husky accounts, I think I follow, and well, most of them. There, there are only a few that like I'm aware of that I don't follow. I actually think there's only one I'm aware of that I don't follow. But yeah. Salt and pepper tasting cuisines. Yeah, well, yeah, true. Just looking for a chat to talk about. Apologies, I didn't get the notification that you went live. Aaron, it is okay. Aaron, I was just making a joke. You do not have to feel bad about that at all. Journey Engine says, my dude has an algorithm that searches out new Husky content creators and automatically subs to them. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Why did you pick Huskies as a breed? I've always loved them. Just curious why you like the breed. Well, Shay, I grew up with Huskies. I grew up with Huskies, and like I really love dogs who have big personalities. And every dog has the potential for a big personality, but Huskies come out of the gate with a big personality. So if you want to guarantee that you get a dog with a big personality, then get a Husky. Angela says, "Where did the nickname Bug come from?" It's because he was a snuggle bug when he was a puppy. My wife started calling him that, and actually, for like the first like 2 weeks we had him, I kind of rejected the nickname. I was like, I don't really like the nickname Bug, and I've done a full 180 on that. I mean, it only took like 2 weeks, but yeah. And now, honestly, I use Bug and Archer completely interchangeably, like I would say in equal measure. You're Not Alone on YouTube says, hello. Hugs from Sweden. Hello, You're Not Alone. Aaron says, I'm more annoyed that I didn't get said notification. I love your babies so much. They're so freaking cute and fluffy. Thank you, Aaron. I agree. What were your childhood Huskies like? Crazy Huskies or more chill? They're pretty. I think Archer and Leia are probably crazier. Archer and Leia are certainly more spoiled. Um, the chillest Husky was definitely Puck. And I did a video about Puck recently, like a couple weeks ago. He was a very chill Husky. I wish I had more like video. I just don't have like a ton of video from them. I've got pictures, but not like a ton of video. But we got Puck and Chessa, who were litter mates, brother and sister, and they were just a lot of fun. And Chessa was such a sweet girl. Chessa was the sweetest girl. Minnie says, is your wife also a dog person? Yeah, my wife's an animal person. She loves dogs. She loves cats. She loves birds. She loves elephants. She's very much an animal person. And actually, she has a really sweet, special relationship with Archer and Leia. Actually, that's one of the reasons I knew, like, oh, okay, there's a future with this girl, is because my cats, Spartacus and Roxy, warmed up to her very quickly. And Spartacus and Roxy, they were not. Oh, she just texted me all caps. Orcas. She's obsessed with orcas. It is true. I didn't say orcas. I'm sorry. She is obsessed with orcas. Spartacus and Roxy warmed up to her, and Spartacus and Roxy were like kind of afraid of like everyone other than me. So, does your wife want to go to the zoo with us when I'm in Seattle? Probably, Stormy. Honestly, probably. She loves the zoo. It's like her favorite place. It's her favorite place. Bween says, I love orcas. Whales too. Sky jellyfish. I'm screenshotting that. Screenshotting what? I gotta scroll up and see. I gotta. What did you say? Not shaving. Jesus. Okay. Where did you say shaving? I'm looking. Orcas are shaving. Okay. The orcas. They have razors. That's pretty good. Hello, butt. I would pay for Husky movies. Oh, thank you. Well, that's good to know. I have kind of goals. I have some goals for like what I would like to do if I hit certain. Well, I've talked about this a bunch on lives, so I apologize if I'm repeating myself. Um. But if I'm ever able to go full time as a content creator, I have like ideas. And one of them was like, okay, if I hit like 500,000 subscribers on YouTube, I think I can probably go full time content creator. I don't know. That's my current like back of the envelope math. And I was like, oh, I would love to do a children's book about Archer and Leia. I think that would be fun to write that and get that made. And then I was like, what about 1 million? And so at 1 million, if I can get it to 1 million subscribers on YouTube, which I have no idea if that's possible or not. No clue. We got to 1 million on TikTok, which I never thought was possible, but it's a little bit harder to do on YouTube than TikTok. I was like, here's what I'll do. I'll launch a Kickstarter, and for an 8-episode anime mini series about Archer and Leia getting isekai'd to a fantasy realm and their fight to get back home. And I've got it like loosely plotted in my head. There's a lot that needs to be worked out. But at a minimum, at 1 million followers, I'll probably write the screenplay for like those 8 episodes. I used to write screenplays all the time. I used to fancy myself a bit of a writer. No longer. But yeah. Anyway, that's where I'm at. That's the thought process there. Merch, please. T-shirt of Archer and Leia. HM, I want merch so badly. I want merch so badly. And I don't know. It's the kind of thing where like I could launch merch tomorrow, but I think it would be kind of garbage. So I'm trying to do merch right. No, actually, no. Okay, Truck Coon. Okay, I'll tell you the setup. Okay, here's the setup. This is like the first half of the first episode, which is so clear in my mind. It's kind of like it's like a fictionalized version of what we do now, like our lives, and like we're just kind of going about our day and that sort of thing, going on walks and just interacting with like people in the city, and they're Huskies and they're just like super happy, excited, etc. And then like Leia sees a cat across the street, and she just kind of like gets loose and runs into the street to chase after this cat and like just say hi because she loves kitties. And there's a truck coming, and the like me character, the stand-in for me, who would just be like the dad, like Husky dad, like runs in and like pushes Leia out of the way, and she's saved. And Archer looks like super concerned on the sidewalk. He just like looks really concerned, and the me character is like, Leia, you can't do that. You can't just run into the street. Like, you are my whole world. Like, I don't know what I'd do if I ever lost you. Like, we can't be separated like that. And you don't have to apologize. It's okay. You're just a Husky. You're being a Husky. It's in your nature. But I just need you to be more careful, etc. And then Archer looks all concerned. I'm like, Archer, get in here. And he runs across the street. And then we all like have a group hug. And then a portal opens up, and Archer and Leia like fall into it. And then they kind of wake up in this fantasy land, but they're people. Archer and Leia are like human versions of themselves. And they're like, oh no, we need to get back to dad somehow, right? And but they also have superpowers in this fantasy world. I promise it'll be compelling. And Leia has the power of chaos, which would work in a variety of ways, which basically like it means that like at any moment she can make things go wrong. So like I don't know, like she can make the villains like weapon explode or like something like that, and just like things like don't go according to plan, like her plan, anyone's plan. It's just chaos. And then Archer would have the power of anchor, where he can just increase his density 1,000-fold and become like super heavy. And I have it kind of like loosely plotted in my head. I kind of wrote out a little bit of an outline for what those 8 episodes would look like as they try to like get through, like figure out like how they got stuck in this world, how they can get back, etc. So no, there's a B plot. There's someone said Aristoc please said, you don't come through the portal as a Husky instead of a human. No, the me character would stay behind, and there's like a B plot of like trying to figure out from the other side, like the real world side, like what happened and how to communicate, etc. So yeah, that's the like loose idea in my head. But yeah. So, yeah. And I don't want to give it all away because again, it's not fully fleshed out. It's really not fully fleshed out. I would have to like finish the plot. I've got to come up with like a bunch of side characters. I was kind of figuring they'd like kind of create a crew as they go through. Um, and actually, Jessica, I'm glad you brought up the crows because I thought one of the villains could be like a crow king. I thought that would be cool. Like villain, lowercase v villain. Um, yeah, I have a lot of thoughts about this. I've thought about it a lot, but I've not written it. I just haven't had the time to write it. That sort of thing. This is a comedy, drama, action. I would equate it most in tone with like a Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. That would be like the tone of just like older sibling, younger sibling, um, like something like relatively traumatic happens to them, which is them getting sucked in this other world, and they're like on a quest to like right that wrong, like undo that trauma a little bit, and they like grow together and maybe learn that like their traumas have helped shape them who they are, and that you can't change the past, but you can learn from it and grow stronger from it and move forward. But like there would be comedy elements. Like I don't know how to shut off my joke brain. So yeah. Anyway, that's kind of where it is in my head. It's like anime of the year in my head, but I haven't fully written it out yet or anything like that. And I do have one friend. I have one friend who works in animation. He was the showrunner for the Shrek, or no, I'm sorry, not Shrek. He was the showrunner for the Kung Fu Panda animated series on Netflix. He's a wonderful guy, and I briefly was like, "Hey, man, how much does it cost to make animation?" And he was like, "So much more than you think." He was like, "So much more than you think." So I think to even get a single episode produced would be like $3 million, $5 million, something like that. So I don't know that it would ever happen, but like I would write it. I would write it, and I would like try to shop it around, but I don't have any sort of like clout or influence or connections right now that I would make that anywhere close to a reality. Which is why I say like it's a goal. If I ever hit 1 million subscribers, then I think I could probably get a meeting, you know. Yeah. So anyway. Crafting Cherry over on Twitch says, "Oh my gosh, Siberian Derpskis, hello. I love your dogs and your content. Thanks for being awesome." No, thank you, Crafting Cherry, for being awesome. And thanks for being here. Will there only be one portal to the real world, or will it become sort of a phenomenon on Earth? So Inception, that's okay, that's part of it. Okay, so there was gonna be like a whole episode, right? Where like where Archer starts doubting. There's gonna be a whole episode. Okay. Maybe like episode 5, right? Hear me out. Where Archer's like, Dad's probably forgotten about us. Dad's moved on. Right? There's like an inciting incident where someone's making fun of Archer, probably Crow. And it's like, yeah, your dad abandoned you. He probably like threw you out. Like that sort of thing. And then Archer has like a whole like crisis of conscience, and etc. And like Leia is trying to like snap him out of it, but then finally at like the close of the episode, like Leia has the crisis of conscience, and she's just like, "You're right. We're never gonna make it back." There's more. I'm glossing over a lot, but she's like, "You're right. We're never gonna make it back. Dad's forgotten about us. Dad's moved on. Like we're all on our own. This is it now. Like there's no going back. Like we're separated." And Archer's like, "Leia, you have to turn around." And she turns around, and there's a flyer of like them missing that the me character would have been like putting up around the neighborhood. And then that kind of like opens the door for like, how did this flyer get here? how did it come through like a portal from like the other world, like etc. And and that like gives them hope, and it shows them like, oh, he's still looking for us, he hasn't forgotten about us, he's fighting for us, we need to keep fighting for him. But also there's extra hope because this thing came through in the same way that we came through, which means the connection isn't severed, and we can do this. So that's I again, I am glossing over so much. Again, it's anime of the year in my head, but in my head is only so good. So yeah, dopamine pending says I would pay to watch this. Thank you, dope. Okay, one second. What's my phone at? Okay, my phone is dying, so I might have to end the live now. Do you ever get stressed out? You might actually speak this into existence, and an archer and Leia will get isekai'd, and you'll have to find. I'm gonna level with you, Sky Jellyfish. My entire life has been building. You just tell us. Good story is all you really need. I actually thought about that, Dana. I was like, you know what? At a minimum, I could maybe record it as like kind of like a radio drama, like a podcast drama, where I record it and like hire voice actors and like do the sound effects and that sort of thing, and read narration between it. Um, the mic's dying. Can you hear me? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.